Molly and Bogey here. Bogey's chilling on a perch right above your heads basically. And today I thought it would be really cool if we just did a quick, easy backpack review because I bought 2 backpacks and I'm definitely gonna return this one. But before I did return it, I just wanted to go through why I picked this backpack because it would have been helpful for me so I didn't have to buy 2 and then go return the other backpack. Like, where are you going, Bogey? So, firstly, I just want to explain why I got a backpack. Bogey is free flight trained, yes. I love you too. But there's a lot of circumstances that are very dangerous for birds still. And this goes for if your bird's also clipped. Just because your bird's clipped, which I highly, highly recommend you let your bird's wings grow out. But if your bird is clipped, you still want to make sure that your bird has a safe space to go into when you go outside. And I'm always leery of any busy. I already have a hard enough time remembering what I want to say, and then he's squeaking and squawking and stressing me out. One of the biggest dangers I see for birds are busy streets with cars whizzing by. And when we pull up to free flight spots or hiking trails, oftentimes we're near a busy road, and that's why it's really nice to have a little space to put Bogey into. Other reasons why I love the backpack are when we're free flying, you know, sometimes there's a big, what is it called, a gaggle of ravens or crows or whatever that circle above head. Those birds are very aggressive and they can chase Bogey away off the site, you know, miles and miles away. So it's nice to have a little spot for Bogey to go when birds of prey are around. And also dogs are one of the biggest things I'm afraid of with Bogey being outside. So even if you want to go on a hike with your bird and you haven't trained your bird properly into a harness, the backpack is a little bit easier to do. I'll let you guys in on a little secret. Bogey hates the harness. But I love the aviator harness. It's the best one out there. Bogey was not trained properly to go into it. My bad. So we do use it sometimes when necessary, but if I can, I am just gonna use this backpack because it's a little less restrictive on his little body, right? So the first backpack I bought was the Hallenfer Bird Carrier Backpack Bubble Bird Travel Carrier. It's like a very long sentence, but yeah, basically it is this guy right here. So this is it, Bo. I'm gonna have to put you down, bud. He's right here. I have to put you down. Let's go through the cons, or I mean the pros. Let's go through the pros first. First of all, it's super cute. You've seen people with cats in these and they're just really brightly colored. When I got it, I was like, oh my gosh, it's so cute. But then I opened it and I realized that this design is really bad. Like, what? This is the tray. It's like basically an easy bake oven tray that comes with it. It has this, I'll show you. So the first thing I noticed was the very, very heavy smell of plastic, which I would say is a huge con. Birds are very sensitive to any fumes or toxins, so I would not want to put Bogey in. That almost chopped your head off. I would not want to put Bogey in this with that smell of plastic. So the other thing is it comes with this perch, but this perch is super rink-a-dink. It would not hold Bogey's weight. So this backpack I think could be better for a smaller bird, like a conure or a budgie. Maybe a cockatiel, but it might not be big enough because there's no space for the tail feathers. If you could see that, this goes almost all the way to the bottom. It's really hard to show. So my main cons with this backpack is the smell, a pretty like cheap perch that kind of falls out. Really don't appreciate how flimsy this is, especially because your bird's probably gonna feel a little weird going inside a backpack. And if the perch is all unstable, it just will make everything worse. Not too good of airflow. There's some right here, that little mesh, and in those holes, but this would get really hot, especially if we were outside hiking. I think it would kind of cook your bird. I just don't appreciate this design because when training your bird to go into it, you can't, I mean, honestly, you really can't. So I think this is overall just kind of poorly designed for Bogey-sized birds. I think if you have a smaller bird, you could pass this off. And if you have a bird that's very desensitized to things, Bogey is very easily freaked out working on that. Next, we got this bad boy. This one is the X Zone Pet traveling bag that's portable. I have a lot of good things to say about this backpack. And let's start with the pros. I really like this design because I can simply put it on the ground and put this flap up and then have Bogey slowly get used to it, slowly go in, slowly touch the perch, eat out of the food bowl, and it's all very gradual and we can get him used to being in this backpack. You guys, please don't shove your birds into any of these backpacks. It'll really stress them out, and a little bit of target training goes such a long way when presenting them with a new thing, because birds are kind of sensitive. It's also bigger than the bubble backpack, which I like, not by much, but just the design is better and cleaner, so it actually appears to be bigger. I love this backpack because it has a very stable perch in there, and it has a food bowl, which I think is so cute because, you know, if you're going on a hike, or Bogey wasn't super thrilled to be in the backpack, we just went on a hike, and he had treats in there at least, so I could just kind of bribe him and tell him everything is gonna be okay because you have seeds. Another pro of this backpack is how much airflow there is. All these sides are mesh and there's tons and tons of airflow. And what's cool is if your bird's scared or you need to conceal your bird for any reason, you can just put these flaps up, and you could put these flaps down right here. I'm not gonna do it. And everything will just be like nice and tight, so if you're flying or whatever, you can kind of conceal the fact that you have a bird in your backpack if that's something you want to hide. The straps in the back are very comfortable for human use. It's just honestly a well-made backpack, and I honestly do like that it's like low-key. Also worth noting, it comes with a really great little tray down here that fits perfectly with a grate, and you can just put a paper towel in there and all the poops will be caught and it's clean and nice, as opposed to this design that was just falling out everywhere. I think this would just be another layer of stress for Bogey, honestly. It's shiny and it isn't stuck to anything. It just goes like this, and then it's moving around in the backpack, which I didn't really like. The biggest con about this backpack, pretty much the only con I could think of is, wow. The only con is that it is mesh and it's pretty easy to chew. Speak of the devil. Bogey, no. No. Yeah, so if your bird is a huge chewer, I wouldn't get this because I would hate for someone to be on this hike or be somewhere dangerous and then have your bird chew out of it, and then you're in this situation where you don't have protection for your bird and it's biting you and it's a disaster. So yeah, biggest con, your bird can chew out of this. Now Bogey is not, he is a big chewer, but when we went out in this backpack, he was a little freaked out and he wasn't as keen on chewing this. We'll see how it goes. I really hope, fingers crossed, that he doesn't chew this thing because it's so cute and perfect. You guys, I hope this little review helped. I don't think I forgot anything. I'm glad because now I can finally return this bubble backpack. No shame if people use the bubble backpack. It's just personally not my favorite. And everyone's birds are different and they all have different tolerances to different things, and I just know my bird, and it's important when buying your bird either a harness or a backpack to really ease them into the process of getting into it. It's very important because birds are sensitive, and if you wrong them, well, especially cockatoos, if you wrong them or offend them or hurt their feelings, they will definitely find a way to get back at you. So let's prevent that. Owie! You just bit me. You just bit me. You guys know why he bit me? Because this pin is out. This pin, he has something against this pin, and it's my favorite pin. It's the Dr. Grip, and he just goes at it. So when I'm around the pin or my notes, I have little notes because I cannot remember what to say, and he like gets so aggressive when I have a pen and paper. Well, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. It is gonna be 80 degrees here in Southern California, so we're gonna have a fun time enjoying the sun while it lasts. And we just hope you guys have a beautiful rest of your week.